Oh, hey cats, what's happening? Hey, you just caught me right when I'm getting ready to pull out. Uh, well, come on in for a minute, anyways. Uh, Glad that you could stop by and visit me today, nonetheless. As I do every day, I run up into Montrose here to the clinic where V is. And that's at least a 45-minute drive, depending on traffic. So I'm just getting ready to head over there. Today I've been busy. Today it's a Saturday for me, so I've been busy around here trying to catch up with some chores. There's always stuff that needs done here. Um, some people have asked me, why is my tractor in the garage instead of out in the shed? Well, you'll see the battery charger sitting here. And, after I got everything else fixed on it, now the battery decides to go. I don't have any electricity out at the shed. I mean, the shed's way over there. So the last time I went over there to mow, I turned the key and it was deader than a doornail. I had to push it from there all the way over here where I have electricity, where I could charge the battery up and get it to mow. But anyway, that's why it's in here, so I can have it close to the battery charger. I'll get a new battery for it. That's not a problem. It's just a matter of time. You see, time has not been my friend here lately. I've been so busy, it's pathetic. Then I got my fuel can to fill. My propane can is empty. Yeah, last night I went to grill some burgers on the gas grill, and wouldn't you know it, I turned the flame on and everything, and the propane tank was empty. Well, I keep two of them, so I was able to hook it up, but I got to take that and get it refilled. I'm not going to take it with me today because I don't want to carry that stuff around, and I don't want it sitting in my truck all day when I'm going to visit V. So, if that isn't one thing, it's another. This morning, though, I got the tractor going and I finished up the yard. I had to mow way in the back there behind the pond. Everything else down the driveway there, everything else up around the house here is all mowed and looking good. But I just can't do everything. Now, if my wife was here and she was, healthy and in good spirits, she'd be out helping me with this yard work. These trees that we have planted, normally we would have, a nice little mulch ring around there. But this year, who's got time for that? I don't have time for that, so it hasn't been done. In fact, I didn't do any real landscaping this year. Only thing I've had time to do is mow. My beautiful herb garden is nothing but a weed garden now. These are what we grow, Sweet Ann. Very fragrant. It smells incredibly good. And when you go to these fall festivals, a lot of times you'll see this Sweet Ann. They'll tie it up in clumps and sell it, and you hang it up in your house, and your house smells all fresh and nice. But everything here, my lavender full of weeds. I got other plants here that unfortunately are almost choked out with weeds, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm either going to have to get in here and just start at one end and just start working my way across pulling weeds, which would be a big chore, I'm sure. But not this year. Maybe in the spring. Next year I can work on that if everything goes. Well, to give you an update on my wife, she's been in the rehabilitation clinic now for over a week, and they told her that she would be there a total of 3 weeks. So we're probably about halfway through with her rehab now. When she first went into the rehab clinic after her brain surgery, she couldn't walk. In fact, she couldn't move her left leg. She couldn't move her left arm at all. She couldn't move her hand. She couldn't go like this with her hand. So now, after a week and a half maybe, she's able to move her hand. She's able to actually grab something. They told her don't be grabbing a glass of water or anything because she's bound to spill it because her hand isn't working on, her arm and her hand isn't firing on all 8 cylinders right now yet, but she's getting there. Same with her left leg. She can move it now. They get her up, and they have to hold her so she doesn't fall down, but she's actually able to, take steps and move her feet and walk down this hallway with the help of the physical therapists hanging on to her. So we're seeing her improve every day. Every day gets a little better. There's a lot of other complications though. Yesterday they did some x-rays and they found she had some pneumonia starting in her chest. So then they put her on more drugs. She had a pretty bad urinary infection, so they've been treating that. And they've been weaning her off a very high dosage of steroids. So every time they drop the steroid dosage, she gets awful pain, like sharp stabbing pains in her legs and stuff. So, that's another issue we're dealing with. Now, yesterday, the surgeon calls me. The head surgeon of the Cleveland Clinic calls me on my cell phone. I should feel honored. She's a nice lady, and she says when she did the surgery, she took the 2 tumors out of Val's brain that were pretty much necrotic dead tissue. But there was a piece in there, about the size of a marble that she didn't want to take out because it was right on what they call the motor wall. The motor wall is like the part of the brain that makes you move. Your arms, your legs, your head, your all that stuff. So she didn't want to take that out because she was so afraid it would affect Val's motor wall. So she left it in there. They took some biopsies, and they came back that they weren't quite sure. It looked like maybe something was going on there, but again, it's impossible to tell. I mean, you're talking about all it takes is like one cancer cell to just multiply. And when they're so tiny, it's hard to tell whether it's an active cancer cell or just something else. So what they want to do now, is get her back up to the Cleveland Clinic main campus in a couple of weeks. They want to zap her brain with radiation again, what they call gamma knife surgery. And they want to do 5 consecutive days again. The last time they did 5 consecutive days on her, it set her way back. Way back. I mean, she was falling down. It was terrible. So I brought that up to the surgeon, and the surgeon says, well, this is much smaller treatment than that one, so it shouldn't affect her that much. But it could set her back some because after radiation treatment, you get a little bit of brain swelling. So, what do? You can't say, no, we don't want to do it, because if the cancer grows, then it's worse than, you got to make a choice. You do the radiation treatment, or do you let the cancer take over? And I think she reluctantly decided to do the gamma knife treatment again. So that isn't the greatest news, but she's plugging along okay right now. And we're still praying, that she'll be healed, that once she gets through all of this stuff, she can get better. And it's just disheartening, though, when she's doing so well, and then all of a sudden they tell you, hey, guess what? We got to knock her down again a little bit. And that's the struggle. That's the struggle. So what's going to happen here? I don't know. I mean, are they going to send her home? Will I have to be her full-time caregiver again? Or will she have to go into a facility where they'll give her full-time care? I don't know. And that kind of stuff is kind of hard to deal with too when you don't know what's going to happen. It's all stressful, nonetheless. So, you know, some of you guys had said, oh, Itchy, you look so tired, you know, you look worn out. Sometimes I am, but I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. This morning I'm doing good. I've been busy. I've been moving around. I've been getting stuff done. So don't worry about me. Let's just pray for my wife. That's key number one. All right, cats. Well, appreciate the prayers and the support. I'll keep you posted with updates. A lot of you guys have said, you know, hey, Itchy, why don't you ride the bike up to see her? Well, that's fine, but again, I only got limited space in a saddlebag, and I always have clothes to bring her, dirty laundry to bring home. I bring her a thermos of her favorite coffee every day. I have to bring stuff for myself. So, yeah. It's just easier for me to take the truck, throw everything in the truck or the car and drive over there. I love to ride the bike, but you know, whatever. And today it's been raining on and off too, so yeah, I'd be more comfortable in the truck. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate your prayers, your support, and all the good comments. I'll take the good and the bad no matter what, but I really appreciate you guys. If you liked the video, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please subscribe and join us for this ride. Till next time, cats, ride hard and die free.
All the way, all the way. All the way. All the way, all the way, all the way. Good. All the way. Excellent. All the way, all the way. Good. All the way through, all the way. Keep coming. Good. Right foot.